All right, again, this is Roger Murphy, Billings, Montana, and there's no way that a non-member can even know what this stuff means. So I'll introduce some stuff here and go from there. This is Joseph Smith. He's talking to the brother and he's telling him what his mission
is to testify of Jesus Christ.
Okay, his mission is to testify of Jesus Christ. Edit some of this. Okay. There's so much more to it than that. He's to testify of the restored truth. He's to testify of translated and resurrected beings and their ordinations, their confirmations, their commandments that have been revealed to him, ordinances, uh, principles, gospel doctrine, and so much more that brought about through the restoration and through Jesus Christ and through resurrected or translated beings. Many visions, many revelations, and other things. Here he is, a young man, and this is the first vision. He sees the father and son as a young man, 14 to 15-year-old boy. Sees the father and son as two separate beings. The work actually began before this when he was a child and even with his grandparents and father. But anyhow, not to get it too complicated, he goes out in the woods and prays, and he's trying to find out which church he should join. There's some opposition, some other things, but he sees Jesus Christ. I'm sure he saw the scars in his hands and wrists. I'm sure he talked to the Father. I'm sure that Jesus Christ talked to him. Let's move this on here. You don't want to listen to all this. Also worked with Moroni for 4 years. Went up to the Hill Cumorah and got instruction for him for 4 years. Then he worked with Oliver Cowdery and translated the Book of Mormon through the Urim and Thummim and Power and Gift of God. It's supposed to be the Book of Mormon plates. Receiving revelation as they did those plates, they were talked to and asked about baptism. They found out that when they were translating the plates. So this is all recounted in him and baptizing one another. John the Baptist appeared to them and gave them authority and power of the Aaronic priesthood to do that. Let's go on here. This site here is Peter, James, and John, the original apostles. They are ordaining him in Melchizedek priesthood and keys, and which they received from Jesus Christ. These are resurrected beings. They're laying their hands on his head and bestowing this Melchizedek keys and priesthood upon Oliver Cowdery and Joseph Smith's head. Let's go on here. You need to listen to that song. He then is ordaining. This picture is supposed to be Brigham Young, who later becomes a second prophet after him and after Joseph Smith is martyred. He's one of the first apostles, not the first, but it's one of the early ones. It says the Kirtland Temple. There was mobs and other things, jailing, a lot of opposition. He was in Carthage jail and other jails, later killed in jail. Emma and his wife had several miscarriages, had several children. They were young, and he was martyred. He's leaving them, and he is going to go to Carthage jail and be shot there as a martyr with his brother. We need to go through that stuff. They are reading from the Book of Mormon, these last hours. He wrote some things on before he left. The mob comes, and They shoot him and Hiram, and both are killed. Anyhow, they become some of the first martyrs of the church. There were others. He fell through the window, and later was buried. Anyhow, to make this very quick and powerful, there were many things that were done. He testified of Jesus Christ. He testified of the revelations. He received revelations. He was given revelation commandments from God. He had to learn to do His will and not, meaning the Father's will and Jesus Christ's will and not his own will. This was his mission. And he was even commanded later in his mission not to even work, but to just do the work of the ministry. Very difficult and trying circumstances. Now, this is just the life of Joseph Smith. The point I want to get to is that you have a divine mission, and it's your responsibility to find out what that is and fulfill that to your best ability. There's no other way around it. You need to find out what that is and fulfill it. And I say these things in Jesus Christ's name, amen. This is why I did the video, because I don't have it on my own mission, but everyone is given a mission to do here on this earth. It's their responsibility to find out what that is through revelation, patriarch or other things, revelation, and then do everything in their power to fulfill that mission before they pass on. And I bear testimony of these great truths. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.